to the Arts and Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Merissa Ware, and I'm here with
William James.
Hi, it's good to have you, William. So William wears many hats. He's a producer, publicist, consultant, and a creative. He likes to think of himself as a creative that loves paperwork. And lately he's been prioritizing his producing and publishing hats and pursuing opportunities in those areas. So let's first talk about MTM Standard. So what is it, and can you tell us a little bit more about what you do with them?
Okay, cool. So MTM Standard is GSU's student-run distribution label and sync house, so kind of serving two functions, helping GSU students distribute their music and getting their music potential sync licensing opportunities. And for example, for those who may not know what sync is basically when music is synced to a visual project. So like if you're watching a film or a TV show and there's a scene and you hear some background music, that is what sync is. So yeah, and I've been with MTM Standard for about maybe going on 2 years now. So and this has just been volunteer work. The distribution label operates out of a class, but I learned about it and I really liked just how accessible it was and how much I learned just working in MTM Standard. Like I've learned so much about the industry, the process of like uploading music and putting it out into the world is a very, very tedious process. So yeah.
Right, that's awesome. And so how do you feel public relations factor into the industry today?
So yeah, that's a loaded question. The funny thing is that I think today public relations is having to utilize the traditional approaches that was essential to PR before the rise of social media, and now I think PR has morphed into something a little bit more complex. Because it's so funny, because public relations at its very, very simplest definition is the management of your perception, of an entity's perception with the larger world around them. So basically managing how the world perceives a person, company, brand, etc. And so that can look like a lot of different things. That's like, there's so much under that. Like there's marketing, there's social media management, there's promotion, there's press, like there's pitching. It's like there's so many things wrapped up into that. But I think in today's world, having a PR approach that is specific to social media and specifically accounts for how social media has magnified or increased the distribution of information, those kind of PR approaches are essential. And that's something I'm really, really trying to advocate for in what I do in my own practice. I really center social media within any kind of PR work that I do.
I agree. So regarding producing, what kinds of services are you offering?
So specifically with producing, one of the things that I'm offering is, what's the best way to explain it? Workflow optimization. So essentially what I've done recently is I've been studying a lot of problems that arise with union or independent projects. And a lot of times it's either communication, inconsistency with certain individuals. Maybe there's mismanagement from the producers on the team and stuff. So essentially, I'm here to help a director ensure that the workflow for the entire production process is as seamless as possible. So giving specific emphasis to communication, so helping all crew and cast receive messaging and communication on a timely basis and in a consistent manner. Also helping with documentation, specifically digital documentation, keeping everything organized within the production. And then the other side is probably helping with ensuring that it's a safe and affirming environment for everyone involved. Because there has been an increased concern about production sets not being the safest environment for women specifically. So ensuring that productions are as safe as possible.
Wow, that's good. Who would you say would be your dream collaboration image?
Oh my God, so many different people. Oh my God, so many. So a few that just come to my head. Normani, I absolutely love Normani. She is a gifted performer. She's beautiful. She's talented. She has a really, really nice spirit, and I really want to see her grow. Josh Levi, he's an up-and-coming R&B artist. He's insanely talented as well. Idina Menzel, you probably, for those who may not know her, she is Elsa from the Frozen franchise, and she originally did the role of Elphaba in the Wicked musical. Beyonce, of course, that's my girl. Janelle Monáe, so many different people, but a lot of women. So, yeah.
Some great names, okay. And so let's talk about the current state of the entertainment industry. So with AI and the strikes that happened last year, what would you say is the current state of the industry? Is it getting better or worse?
The funny thing is that, like, from what I'm hearing from professionals on Twitter, so this can be writers, production managers, what I'm hearing from Facebook groups, what I'm hearing from my professors who actually work in the industry, a lot of it's mixed, right? And what I'm noticing too, a lot of it is regional. So for those who are out in LA, their experience with the industry is very different. Things are still relatively slow there. Whereas here in Atlanta, that's not quite the same. A lot of mid-level entry people are still finding opportunities. But yeah, it's generally kind of unbalanced. There was a recent Zoom I attended. It was with it was a networking Zoom session for writers of color. The Animation Guild TAG had hosted and stuff, and so a lot of the people in animation, they were speaking to how it's still very rough in the industry right now. So it's a mixed bag, but I definitely do think that these next few months and the rest of the year are going to really, we're witnessing history happen. So only time will tell, but a lot of things are unstable right now. So yeah.
That's true. So with that, what are some shifts that you're noticing in the industry?
So obviously the main one being AI. Frankly, I don't think that, I'm not too sure how AI is going to factor, mainly because there's not necessarily a conclusive direction on it. And what a lot of people are ignoring is that there is substantial litigation against AI. Like, for example, there have been multiple class action lawsuits leveraged against OpenAI, I think also Midjourney and another AI company. Oh, another matter regarding AI is that earlier this year, SAG-AFTRA had announced that they had formed a agreement with Replica Studios. They're a video game company that provide AI services to video game distributors. But when the deal was announced, thousands upon thousands of voice actors were absolutely infuriated. Many of them had no knowledge of the deal. Many of them stated that they did not like the deal. So regardless, it's very, very clear that the workers in the industry and even handfuls of audiences themselves aren't really big proponents for AI. So, yeah.
Wow. So with all that said, what advice would you give to up-and-coming creatives who want to enter into this industry?
Community is really, really important. I think what's very, very important is if you want to really honestly, if you want to survive in any industry, you have to be politically minded. I need all creatives to understand this, especially emerging creatives. Unions are the only reason why this industry hasn't collapsed yet. And it's the only reason why directors, writers, and actors still have a fighting chance. It's because of SAG-AFTRA, the WGA, the DGA. it is because of unions. So that's something I would really impart onto up and coming creatives. Really align and unite with your fellow creatives and try to get involved in a union as soon as you can. So yeah.
Wow, that's some really good advice.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you so much, William. And thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next episode.
Thank you. Bye-bye.